The process begins from natural clay-rich soil found in open fields like this.
This clay-rich soil contains the base material needed to form bricks.
Heavy machinery is used to extract large amounts of clay from the ground. The excavator breaks the soil into manageable pieces for further processing. The extracted clay is collected into large piles for the next stage. Loaders gather and organize the clay to prepare it for transport.
Different layers of soil are exposed, and only the right clay is selected for brick making.
Across the field, multiple operations prepare the clay for the next stage.
The clay is now ready to be moved forward into the next part of the process.
The dump truck is being carefully positioned beside the clay-rich soil pile for loading. The loader pushes into the soil, lifting a dense mass of clay-rich material. The loaded bucket is carried forward toward the waiting truck. The soil is released from the bucket into the truck's cargo bed. The fully loaded truck begins moving across the muddy ground. Layer after layer, the truck bed fills with dense clay soil. The truck carries the soil across the field toward another working area. The truck positions itself to unload the transported soil. The truck lifts its bed, allowing the soil to slide down and form a new pile. The newly unloaded soil is gathered and shaped into a controlled pile for further work. A controlled stream of water is applied directly onto the clay-rich soil to increase its moisture content. Water spreads across the surface, soaking into the soil and softening the outer layers of each lump. The wet soil is manually turned to distribute moisture throughout the entire mass. Wet clay is fed into the rotating drum, where mechanical mixing begins. Inside the drum, the clay is repeatedly folded into a smooth and consistent mass. The clay emerges from the machine as a smooth and continuous, heavy mass. The clay is spread evenly across the ground to create a uniform layer. Rollers compress the clay, making it dense and uniform across the surface. The compact clay is gathered into a continuous line for shaping. The clay is aligned into a continuous and uniform line, ready for shaping. Dense, wet clay is pushed through a rectangular die, forming a continuous, solid column. The shaped clay moves forward as a smooth and uniform rectangular column. Tensioned wires slice the clay column into equal sections with precise dimensions. Freshly cut clay blocks move forward as individual brick shapes. Each soft brick is manually aligned to maintain uniform spacing. Mechanical arms separate the bricks to create uniform spacing. Wooden boards are placed under the bricks to support them during handling.
The freshly shaped bricks are arranged in rows,
with space between them for air exposure.
Multiple wires divide the clay into evenly sized bricks across the entire row. Freshly shaped bricks move forward in aligned rows along the conveyor. A rotating brush smooths the surface of each brick as it passes underneath. The spacing system separates each brick to create consistent gaps between them.
Each brick is checked and any irregular shape is removed from the line.
Groups of bricks are lifted and arranged onto flat pallets in organized layers.
The bricks are arranged across the yard in uniform rows to prepare for drying.
Rows of wet clay bricks are placed under direct sunlight, where surface moisture begins to evaporate.
The surface of each brick gradually loses its glossy appearance as moisture evaporates under sunlight.
Each brick is turned by hand to ensure even drying on every side.
Bricks are placed on raised racks to allow air to circulate and remove internal moisture. The bricks are spaced apart to increase exposure to sunlight and airflow.
As moisture decreases, fine cracks appear on the surface, indicating further drying.
Partially dried bricks are stacked in short piles while leaving space for air circulation.
Air flows between the stacked bricks, removing the remaining moisture from inside.
Each brick is checked to confirm that it has reached the required level of dryness. Fully dried bricks are arranged in large stacks, ready for the next phase of heating. Fully dried bricks are carried toward the kiln for controlled stacking inside the chamber.
Bricks are placed on the kiln floor with controlled spacing to allow airflow between them.
Bricks are stacked in vertical formations while maintaining gaps for air circulation.
Channels are created between bricks to allow heat and air to pass evenly through the stack.
Alignment is checked to ensure that airflow channels remain open throughout the structure.
Gaps are left at the base to allow fuel to be inserted for heating the bricks.
The kiln entrance is partially sealed to control airflow during the heating process.
Air vents are adjusted to regulate airflow inside the kiln. The kiln is fully loaded and prepared for controlled heating.
Fuel material is placed into the lower inlet openings to prepare for ignition inside the kiln. The fuel is ignited, creating the first controlled flames inside the kiln.
Flames spread across the fuel, increasing heat inside the kiln chamber. Smoke exits through the upper vents as the internal temperature continues to rise. Additional fuel is added to maintain a steady and controlled heat supply. Heat begins to spread through the stacked bricks, raising their internal temperature. The fire stabilizes across multiple inlets, creating consistent heat distribution. Heat radiates from the kiln walls as internal temperature continues to increase.
Airflow is adjusted to control the intensity of combustion inside the kiln.
The kiln operates steadily, building heat throughout the entire structure.
Strong flames surround the lower layers of bricks, raising the temperature throughout the kiln.
Heat spreads upward through the stacked bricks, creating a consistent internal temperature. Hot gases escape through the vents, maintaining airflow and temperature balance inside the kiln. Fuel is continuously added to maintain strong and consistent combustion inside the kiln.
The internal glow reveals bricks reaching a high temperature and changing color.
Heat radiates strongly from the kiln, indicating peak firing temperature inside.
The flames burn evenly, maintaining a stable high temperature across the kiln.
Airflow is carefully adjusted based on smoke behavior to maintain consistent firing conditions.
Heat reaches all levels of the kiln, ensuring uniform firing of every brick. The bricks reach full firing, forming a hard and durable structure inside the kiln. Heat begins to release from the kiln as the firing process transitions into a cooling phase.
The flames have subsided, leaving behind glowing embers that continue to release heat.
Openings are created to allow controlled airflow for gradual cooling of the bricks. Warm air flows out through the openings, carrying heat away from the kiln. The intense glow fades as the bricks begin to cool and stabilize in color.
Sample bricks are removed carefully to check their hardness and final color.
The bricks cool in open air, gradually releasing their remaining heat. Cooled bricks are stacked into organized piles for storage and handling.
The bricks show uniform color and hardness across the entire stack.
Fully cooled bricks are organized in large stacks, ready for transport and use. Finished bricks are separated from storage stacks and prepared for loading.
Bricks are placed onto wooden pallets in aligned rows for stable handling.
Bricks are stacked in layers with alternating alignment to maintain stability.
The stacked bricks are tightly secured to prevent shifting during transport. A forklift aligns with the pallet to lift the secured stack of bricks.
The pallet is lifted smoothly, keeping the stack stable and balanced.
The forklift carries the pallet toward the waiting transport truck.
The pallet is placed carefully onto the truck, aligned with other loaded stacks. All pallets are tightly secured to ensure safe transport. The loaded truck leaves the yard, carrying finished bricks ready for use.